Shalom, Israel. My name is Officer Kayad, one out of I.S.U.P.K, Jamaica. I.S.U.P.K started 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K is run by Commanding General Yahanna, the one man with the rank and the authority to lead Israel at this time. I say, Yahweh Basham Yahweh Barakatam to my brothers, Yahweh Shamar Ilatan Basham Yahweh to my sisters. All right, so today, you know what I mean, we're going to jump on, you know what I mean, the killings that have been happening, you know what I mean, to Jamaicans over there in the United States for the past 2 weeks, you know what I mean, and we're going to cover 3 killings, you know what I mean. We're not going to elaborate much on the killings itself individually, but we have shown the cause, you understand, as to why these killings are taking place, you understand. So, without further ado, we have to jump in on some tips. You understand? And we're going to see what go on. You understand?
Listen.
And now to the search for a killer in Queens. New video shows the suspect wearing traditional Hasidic attire and then walk up to a car and shoot a man at point blank. I want to warn you here, it is difficult to watch this video. You can see, though, the suspect was on the left side of your screen, working under the hood of a car, or at least pretending to, and he runs across the street and just opens fire. News 4's Miles Miller is live in South Ozone Park with the search for that gunman. Miles?
Adam, Jermaine Dixon had been looking over his shoulder for weeks, almost as if he knew someone was coming for them. And that is what happened just a few days ago, right here on this street. Who would want Jermaine Dixon dead? That's the question detectives in the 106th precinct are trying to answer after the Labor Day execution behind this hotel on South Conduit Avenue. The chilling video starts as Dixon walks across the street. A man disguised in traditional Hasidic garb is sitting in this car. When sources say he spots Dixon with his hood open, he pretends to work on the vehicle, and as soon as Dixon gets in the car, shoots him twice, then takes off. Detectives tell News 4 they believe this was a hit. Dixon had a significant amount of money on him, and it stayed that way when detectives processed the car and the crime scene. Dixon spent time in federal prison in New Jersey on drug trafficking and racketeering charges, but was released early. Sources say they're looking into the possibility that the person who shot and killed him believed he was cooperating with the government against the co-defendants in the case, who were sentenced to prison along with him. Dixon had been staying at a Comfort Inn 500 feet from where he was killed. And every time he walked to the rental car, police sources say he would look around him. Detectives saying almost as if he knew he was being targeted. Dixon was charged in that case along with his brother. His brother is still in federal prison, serving life in federal prison, a connection with cocaine sales and a murder, all of it happening back in the 90s in Brooklyn. The search is on for the suspect in this incident. We are live in South Ozone Park. I'm Miles Miller, News 4 New York. Back to you.
Okay, Miles.
Doujon Griffiths, you know I'm dead because you killed me today. Doujon Griffiths, you know I'm dead because you killed me today. When you make me have to identify my granddaughter and my daughter in the morgue. Doujon Griffiths, you know. Doujon Griffiths, you come from Jamaica and you know I'm going to stay and my daughter and the boyfriend take you in the house. They can't come and me yard in Miami and they come $100 give to you because guess what? You didn't have nothing. And they brought it to your home and you did this to them, Doujon. Doujon. Anybody can say anything on social media and this and that and react. Be my guest. I am dead already. You know I'm dead. Cause you kill me today, Doujon. Doujon, you come on me yard. You kill me today. When you kill me, pick and me grab pick me. I tell you the honest truth. You kill me today. When you kill Kalashi and Kali. You kill me today when you did this to them. You're in their house, you have Kali, but you eat every day. They play with Kali. Bring Kali gas store. Me send the money, say, buy Kali ice cream. And you shoot them up like this. Just for them things. And you thought everybody was dead. But you got it wrong. Doujon Griffiths, no, send me dead. So anything want happen, I don't care anymore. I just don't care. I am dead right now. Doujon Griffiths from Gulf. Doujon Griffiths, I'm the type of mother that don't play. I don't care. I'm dead already. So you can be my next guest. Kill me.
All right, so the last one there where you see a while ago is, you know what I mean, the incident, the incident that happened where, you know what I mean, a mother, a child, and the father was killed by a friend, you understand? All of them Jamaicans. The first one was, you know what I mean, it was gang feud between Dark Side Gang and the Genocide Gang that spilled over into, you know what I mean, in a New York. You understand? A house party was, you know what I mean, was commencing, and, you know what I mean, shooting ensued, and, you know what I mean, 3 people I think died and 5 people got shot. You understand? The second one was a Jamaican being assassinated by, we can't tell if it was a so-called Jewish man or somebody dressed up in a costume, but, you know what I mean, it was a Jamaican that died. You understand? So the point of this video is, you know what I mean, not because you go foreign and think you gonna escape the death and destruction here in Jamaica. You understand? Because remember, you know, we are the children of Israel. You understand? So are the blacks and Hispanic people over there that live the same life that we live. You understand? Death and destruction follow. Why? Because we break these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? And the thing about it is we don't have no love for each other, which is a curse for breaking the Most High laws. You know what I mean? We don't have no forgiveness and no brotherhood amongst each other. You understand? So we just kill each other wherever we go. You know what I mean? With the exception of the one with the man dressed up in the Jewish outfit, we can say all of those killings were done by Jamaicans, 2 Jamaicans. You understand? And if you're not mind sharp, the one with the Jewish man could be a Jamaican camouflage killing an ex-Jamaican. You understand? So we don't know how that goes still, you know, but in most cases, it's Jamaicans killing Jamaicans. In most cases, it's black people killing black people. It's black and black crime. You understand? So let me jump in a scripture right now. This is Matthew chapter 5, verse 38. And this is what it says. Ye have heard that it has been said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. And that is what, you know what I mean, we are demonstrating. We are taking an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You understand? That is why you see so much killing amongst us. You understand me? Yeah, man, that is why you see so much death and destruction. You understand? We are not saying that, you know what I mean, if somebody die for you, you know, you should just take it just like that, you know, but there should be some form of conflict resolution amongst the black Hispanics and native Indians, you understand? Where if somebody commit a murder, you understand, there can be justice without somebody committing back another murder and it just spill over and boil over into innocent people dying or people who don't have nothing to do with it just dying, you understand? Yeah, man. And we are not saying turn the other cheek like old Christian church or the Catholic church, you know what I mean, says to turn the other cheek. You get what I say? We don't say it that way. The scripture tell you to turn the other cheek, you know, but it's not talking about allowing someone to just come and kill you. You understand? I know that we are talking about. We are talking about conflict resolution. You understand? Which the only conflict resolution you can get is by contacting the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? We are the only ones that can solve the conflicts amongst you right now. You understand? because the police force now work, the Christian church now work. You understand? The Christian church, you know what I mean? They must say pray to Jesus and one more thing, and that now help your sorrow. You understand? And the police, what the police will come do, cause more problem. You understand? And in many cases, if somebody get arrested, it don't take away the pain. You understand? So we're going to jump to verse 39 now, see? And this is what it says. But I say unto you that he resist not evil. So if you don't take an eye for an eye, you don't really resist evil, you know. You see what I say? You don't resist evil if you don't take an eye for an eye. You understand? Continue reading. But whosoever shall smite thee on the right cheek, turn to him the other also. What that mean? It no mean you must make a man box you a second time, you know. It means give a man the opportunity to do the right thing. You understand? Bring him before the council and make the council, you know what I mean? Make the council hold him accountable and make him pay, you know what I mean? What him you know, pay for him wrong. You understand? You committing an next murder does not, you know what I mean? Does not right that wrong, you know. You understand? So all of this gang violence was spilled over in the United States and all them things there. It not right, no wrong. It was supposed to spill back over in Jamaica, spill back over into the US, it just blow out of proportion. You see what I say? You understand? Continue. Verse 40. Select it. Turn to him the other also. Verse 40. And if any man will sue thee, you know what I mean, which, you know what I mean, when you come before the council, and you know, we make a paradox, right? So, see? This as a sue, but this is how we are going to get conflict resolution. If you're in the wrong, brother, you know what I mean, and a man say you're in the wrong, see? And you're proving so you're in the wrong. You understand? You're supposed to pay over double. Just to show your remorse. So you murder a man, instead of the man come murder back your mother or your father or somebody because you murder him cousin or him mother and father. See? You pay double because you do the wrong. You understand? That is all this thing of this hatchet I go bury. You understand? Let me continue reading. And take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. So if a man charge you, you know what I mean, if the duty is to, you know what I mean, to serve this family because you have murdered one of them, you understand? Serve them for 10 years, for the things them, for the wrong that you have committed against them, kill them son or them daughter. You give them 20 years because you can't bring back a life there. And that is where, that is how forgiveness are really, you know what I mean, coming at them heart naturally. You understand? But if there is no recompense for the things, them this will continue to boil out of proportion. You get to me, I say? Yeah, man. All right. And you see the thing about it as well is this, right? We are fighting, you know what I mean, full-blown war against each other. You know what I mean? And we don't take into consideration who is our enemy. You understand? We were all brought over here in slavery. You understand? And it has been that same, you know what I mean, oppressive system that has been ruling over us from slavery till now. And our lives have not improved. You understand? We now turn the sword against each other. You understand? Not realizing that it's the same people them who oppress we in a slavery control the system that oppress us today. So them are the enemy. You understand? But we don't see nobody taking up arms against Britain. You know, I'm going to war against England and America. You know what I mean? The oppressor. You know what I mean? For the oppression that we suffer here in Jamaica. No, instead we take up arms against each other. And when we go over there into the United States and even England, you understand? We take up arms against each other as well. You understand? And it's a psychological thing. It's like a cultural thing. It's embedded in us over the years to just hate each other and can't forgive each other. You understand? You understand? And if you wipe, and it's like we're trying to wipe out each other when you check it. See? And if we wipe out each other, right, who are going to grow the next generation of children? You understand? Who are going to reach the generation of kids? You know what I mean? We are come up behind us. That, you know what I mean? They're going to grow up heartless like the rest of us. You know what I mean? And have no love for the other children that grew up with them in their age group. And as them become adults, they are going to want to kill each other as well. You understand? Until what will go on? We're going to genocide off each other. It can't go so, man. We have to understand, so we are brothers. You know what I mean? We are brothers and sisters, and you know what I mean? We are not each other's enemies. You know what I mean? The enemies are clear. It is clear who the enemies are. It is the people that put all of us into captivity over here in the West. They are the enemies, and we need to understand that collectively. You understand? And the thing about this, none of we don't want to see our cousin and our brothers and our sisters dying, So why would you want to put somebody else's brother, cousin, or sister in a coffin? You understand? You remember the heartbreak and the heartache when you have to look down for your cousin or your family member in a casket or your friend. Why would you want to put somebody else, through that? And watch this. Remember, say, you're not just hurting the person who harm you, You're hurting somebody who have never done anything towards you. You understand? You're putting them through the same thing that you have been through. So is the friend of your enemy is not just the friend of your enemy. Is a friend of somebody else who is not your enemy as well. You understand? And could be a friend of your friend too. So why would you want to put your friend or somebody who's not your enemy through the same heartache where you go through? You know what I mean? That is just selfishness. You understand? That is just being selfish and irresponsible. You understand? But as you say, we hear the I.S.U.P.K, we have conflict resolutions, man. You just have to link way up and we will make sure so we get the proper justice. You know what I mean? For the things them will happen to you. You understand? But you have to give us the authority to do it. You get me? And watch I know. And we need to come back to the scriptures because the things them we learn in a school, they have not worked. We learn about Marcus Garvey, you know what I mean? Repatriate back to Africa. We learn about Bob Marley, you know what I mean? One love and all them things. We learn about Christianity, but none of them no work when it comes to us, you know what I mean, and our issues. You know what I mean? Where's the one love towards everybody? Where's the love of Jesus amongst us? We were all brought up Christians. You understand? Where's the love of Jesus? You see what I say? There's no love amongst us. So that's why we say, we need to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments which were given to our foreparents. You know what I mean? Because these are real conflict resolution. You understand? This is the real way to solve the problems between brothers and sisters. You understand? Yeah, man. All right, I'm going to jump to one more scripture. See, look here. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 50. And this is what it says. Slack. Let me jump to Slack. Give me a second. And this is what it says. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother, and towards the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. And this can specifically go to the case of this lady where she lost her daughter and her granddaughter and her son-in-law, you know what I mean, because of a dispute between, you know what I mean, the son-in-law and his friend, you understand? So, you know what I mean, his heart was cool against his brother or evil against his brother, you know what I mean, to his brother's wife and towards the child, you understand? This is the curse that the Most High said would come upon us for breaking his laws. You get what I say? Yeah, man, and it no matter if from your Jamaican, from your from any one of the tribes of Israel, Zane, you could have go to the moon, these curses will follow you. Let me read it to show you that it says these curses shall follow us. You understand? This is Salakia. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 45, and this is what it says. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee. So, you know what I mean? Everybody go to foreign to pursue a better life. You understand? But them find themselves in a situations that they would have found themselves in here in Jamaica. You know what I mean? Witnessing murders and, you know what I mean? being on the wrong side of murders, committing murders, because these curses follow us wherever we go. You know what I mean? No care if you go to the moon, if you could have go to Mars, these curses are going to follow you from your one of the tribes of Israel. Continue reading. Till thou be destroyed, because thou hearken not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And within these commandments is you know what I mean, simply loving your brother and your sister, forgiving your brother and your sister. You understand? So, you know what I mean? It is inevitably, if you break the Most High law, these things will happen, because guess what, go on? The laws itself prevent these things from happening. You understand? So that's why we implore our people to come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments written up in this Bible, because this is not a Christian or a white man book. You know? This is the records of our foreparents. You understand? Yeah, man. All right, let me jump to one more scripture. This is the book of Mark, chapter 12. And verse 31, right? And this is what it says. And the second is like, namely this: thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. And this is the solution to crime and violence amongst us, and the death and destruction that takes place. You understand? To love thy brother as thyself. You understand? There is none other commandment greater than these. You understand? So, you know what I mean? This is the solution. You get what I say? And as we say, if we don't come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments, no care where we go, no care where we think prosperity is, this death and destruction will follow us. You understand? All right. So remember to like the video, share, you know what I mean, subscribe to this channel. You understand? Leave in the comments, tell me what you think about these, you know what I mean, cases of killings taking place amongst Jamaicans over in the United States. Tell me what you think. Leave it in the comment section. Remember to pay on the tithes. The information is on the screen right there. You know what I mean? And remember, if you want to donate to the brothers and sisters in Haiti, you know, recently they suffered an earthquake and hurricane. You know what I mean? They are in dire need of assistance. You know what I mean? And you can go to ISUPK.com or blackwatch.news. You know what I mean? For more information to donate. You understand? Yeah, man. And with that, shalom.